Live from the heart of downtown Colorado Springs, you're watching Good Morning Colorado on KRDO 13.
Good morning, Colorado at 6 on Friday, April 25th. I'm Bryn Carmen.
I'm Josh Hellman. Thanks for waking up with us. Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Chevy Chevalier. He woke up with us as well.
Right now.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5.
Right now at 5, authorities are releasing more information on an investigation that is gripping the city of Groton.
I really don't know what happened there, but people are wondering what was going on.
People are on edge after human remains are found near a cemetery. The update from police as the FBI joins the case. The News at 5 starts right now. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us here for the News at 5. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heideck. Police announcing within the last hour on this case that they have made an arrest in a murder that gained attention all over New England. But they say there is no evidence of a serial killer is responsible.
Serving Mattoon in East Central Illinois. WEIU, Charleston.
Good evening. A cloudy sky currently over historic Old Main on campus, but these clouds may not be with us for long. Matt?
Thanks, Scott. Coming up, new information comes to light on the man who murdered an EIU student 24 years ago. We'll tell you more about his whereabouts later tonight.
Also, Illinois students may have another option when it comes to paying for college. We'll have details on a new loan program. This is Newswatch, and your Friday's edition starts now. A sunny weekend is in store, but there's a trade-off that comes with the sunshine. Good evening, I'm Andrew Spade.
And I'm Matt Williamson. Well, Scott Ely has a lot to talk about from the Weather Center, and he joins us now with the latest.
Tonight at 6, after a brutal attack sidelines a sheriff's deputy, he now returns to duty at the same jail he was attacked in. Then Minnesota lawmakers pass a commerce bill to try and stop the sale of dangerous chemicals. And the Vikings are welcoming their newest rookie to Minnesota.
The Minnesota Vikings select Donovan Jackson.
Plus, it's a crucial Game 3 between the Timberwolves and Lakers. We're live as the team looks to take the series lead.
This is Fox 9 News at 6.
There was zero pre-attack indication zero pre-attack indication. It was an ambush. That's the best way to describe it. He ambushed me.
A Hennepin County jail deputy is fortunate to be alive and back at work after surviving a brutal assault on the job. That's our top story tonight here at 6. I'm Tim Blotz.
And I'm Simone Woolridge. The deputy was attacked by an inmate while removing his handcuffs after court. Tonight he's sharing his story with Fox 9's Paul Bloom.
Spring is very chaotic.
We've got ourselves a stormy night, a little bit of everything.
You could be looking at 40 degrees and wet snow flying, or you could be looking at 80 degrees and heading out to the beach. We're looking at the computer models, we're looking at the information. With Next Weather, we're always watching what that next story is. As soon as something has our attention, it will have your attention as well.
Coming up in our Storm Tracker Spring Weather Special, we'll check out the active weather that we've seen so far. We'll tell you what kind of weather we expect for the rest of the season, and we have an in-depth look at flood control measures Saturday at 6 on 13 News.
Brant and I have covered many storms together. He's mastered the science of it all.
Days before severe weather, we're already preparing. We have our weather producer, Joey, Telemundo Chicago Chief Meteorologist, Maricela. We're all there preparing to keep you safe.
That's what's great about being part of Chicago's biggest weather team. Everyone brings their own expertise, and that's key to being accurate.
NBC5 and Telemundo Chicago, Chicago's biggest and most accurate weather team. Weather on NBC5 is sponsored by Wintrust, Chicago's bank.
Wake up, you gotta rise to the sun, and here it comes, it's time to make the best of what you got to give. It's all about rising, and I wanna be
All right, welcome to Wake Up Nonstop Local. I'm Sam Adams. You probably noticed something different. Not my hair, something different. What is it? Oh, it's the set. We have a new set, that's right. We'll be breaking it in today on our first Wake Up show in a new era. With that, let's get over to Jenny Power with a look at that forecast. Hi, Jenny.
Yes, Sam, and look at my new digs here that I have in the Weather Center. Again, so excited that we have launched this new era.
Good morning, Central New York. Since 4 a.m. this morning, we've had special coverage of the Pope Francis's funeral as the world mourns his death. The Pope's funeral will continue to stream on our sister station, CBS 5, if you want to go flip the channel. We're switching gears to local news. Weekend Today in Central New York starts right now.
You're watching Weekend Today in Central New York. Winner of 2 regional Emmy Awards for excellence in news.
Well, we have a bit of a soggy Saturday going on, but we are drying out tomorrow. Good morning, I'm Nicole LaFiandra. Thanks for waking up with us for Weekend Today in Central New York, right here on NBC3.
And thousands of people gathering in Vatican City to say farewell to Pope Francis as the Catholic Church prepares to pick a new leader.
Plus, the Celtics falling in Game 3 of their playoff series with Orlando. The controversial calls that left fans and players frustrated.
And rallying for freedom. Hundreds gathering on the Boston Common to honor a pivotal moment in history.
7 News at 6 starts now.
First up at 6, wet weather moving through Massachusetts. A rainy start to the weekend as our radar shows us storm clouds over our area. We're expecting the rain to last through the evening.
But we could be dry tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Meteorologist AJ Waterman has a first check of the forecast. AJ.
Right now on WBZ News, roughly 250,000 people turn out for the funeral of Pope Francis in Rome. We'll check the timeline and process for selecting the next pontiff. A London-bound British Airways flight lands safely at Logan tonight after the crew reported a possible bird strike and something else in the cabin. In Wilmington, a World War II Marine finally returns home 82 years after his unit was ambushed by Japanese troops on a Pacific island.
And after some soaking rain moved through the area this Saturday, we do have much drier conditions heading into Sunday. We'll look at that forecast.
And we'll see who the Patriots landed as the NFL draft finishes up on a day that saw a projected first-round quarterback finally taken as the 144th pick.
Now, live on WBZ TV and streaming on CBS News Boston. This is WBZ News.
Now at 11, an enormous crowd gathered in Vatican City this morning to say a final farewell to Pope Francis. Among them, world leaders paying their respects before a mourning period and the selection of a new leader for the Catholic Church. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken McLeod. Talk is already turning to the upcoming conclave, and WBZ's Samantha Cheney joins us live in the studio now with a look at the path ahead.
Will beings from another world come to Earth? You decide on The Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights from 10 to 11:30 on Fox 34. Live, covering the Wiregrass. This is Fox 34 News at 9.
Good evening and welcome to Fox 34 News at 9. I'm Michael Rinker. Thanks for choosing us as your early evening news source. And tonight's top headlines making news across the Wiregrass state and nation.
5 meteorologists, 1 mission, alerting you first. Storm Team 5.
Here comes that next batch of real heavy rain.
Cindy, Mike, David, AJ, Kellyanne, Boston's most trusted, most accurate meteorologists.
Rain is going to come down fast and furious.
Right into your evening commute.
Always watching, monitoring the situation so you're always ready.
Have your rain gear with you today.
With Boston's only 24/7 live radar.
That is where the rain is heaviest.
Trust WCVB Storm Team 5.
We've never done this before, but pretty much everybody in Region A take cover.
We still have this particularly dangerous situation. We are expecting that generational flooding. This is something that on average happens every 25 to 50 years.
Probably the most tornado warnings I've ever seen in our viewing area at one time.
You can see that some of the water has gone into residential neighborhoods.
Let us cover this. We will bring all of this to you.
KTBS started its Weather Watcher program 10 years ago by meteorologist Joe Haynes with a handful of weather watchers. Now, with over 100 Weather Watcher team members, KTBS has more boots-on-the-ground weather coverage than anyone else in our region. Over the last decade, the Weather Watchers team have been an invaluable resource for monitoring the weather conditions across the area. Congratulations to the KTBS Weather Watchers team for 10 years of being the eyes and ears of the Arklatex.
Heavy rain and wind in western Wisconsin tonight. A reported tornado moved through south of Eau Claire.
This is new video you're seeing right now just into our newsroom a short time ago. It shows drivers pulling off the road to wait out the storm. But listen to that wind howl. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Doran.
And I'm Lindsey Brown. First on Nightcast, that same line of storms made its way across Minnesota late this afternoon, sparking severe weather warnings and watches across multiple counties.
A shed and a barn at a family farm torn into pieces. New at 10. Look at the trail of the debris. And then the storm went right into Kenyon.
As the danger storm swept in, this young woman helped get us back to the grocery store's cooler. You kept us safe.
Yeah, gotta make sure we keep everybody safe.
Even though the Metro dodged the worst of the damage, this driver had his ride ruined.
What's next? Highs in the 70s again without the storms.
Next Weather Team coverage starts now.
This is a WCCO and CBS News Minnesota Next Weather Alert.
We're getting our first look at the trail of damage tonight after some wicked weather blew across the region. From high winds to torrential rain and hail, it made for an eventful April evening for many. Hello, thanks for joining us. Those storms are over, but many will be picking up the pieces for days to come.
We've got you covered. This is 19 News at 10.
The city of La Crosse suspended ordinance tonight and opens up parks to make sure everyone has access to safe shelter. And severe weather across much of the Midwest today. Some parts already in our viewing area getting some pretty bad weather. And the Winona area seeing that storm roll in just around 9 o'clock tonight. You can see near downtown Winona, there it is, continuous thunder and lightning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Heather Armstrong. We're going to get to weather right away. We're watching some potentially dangerous weather. It sounds like the rain is now outside the studio. Joining us now, Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Landgrave. I think it's here.
Yeah, the rain is here, starting to rain in La Crescent. So if you're in La Crosse, yeah.
WEAU 13 News starts now with a 13 First Alert weather update.
Good evening, I'm Heidi Paxson.
I'm Alex Loroff. Thanks for joining us. The weather is quieting down in the Chippewa Valley tonight after a line of severe storms passed through and produced a few tornadoes in Eau Claire County.
The storms continue in southern areas where a tornado watch remains in effect tonight. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Aaron Meyer has an update from the Forecast Center.
And I know the National Weather Service in the Twin Cities already has planned to send out crews tomorrow to start assessing some damage to confirm those tornadoes.
Thanks so much for joining us at 10. I'm Mark McPherson. It is a First Alert weather day, and we're monitoring storms heading in our direction. We have team coverage tonight with WMTV's Ashley Wheel, who we'll get to in just a moment. But first, let's get right over to Brian Dukes. Dukes, you've been tracking this storm since we declared it a First Alert day last Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. We really had high confidence that somewhere in the region we would see these stronger storms today, and that's been the case. So far, so good, though, locally.
Now on Channel 3 and streaming on WFSB Plus. This is Eyewitness News at 11.
It's lawlessness. It's something out of a movie.
A wild street takeover as an angry mob attacks a police cruiser. The calls from lawmakers to crack down on the dangerous gatherings.
The suspect in a gruesome murder in Groton faces a judge as more details emerge in the investigation. What helped police make an arrest?
It's devastating, but we all come together. Norwich comes together as a community.
But first, right now, a community coming together in mourning tonight to remember a young life cut short. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Mark Sinning.
And hi, everyone. I'm Erin Connolly. A candlelight vigil was held for an 8-year-old girl who was killed in a house fire earlier this month in Norwich.
Sean Osley and Leslie Lowe with content connecting our community. You're watching Nonstop Local KHQ at 6.
And good evening, I'm Sean Alsey. Good to be with you tonight. And Crime Track Alert, the man killed in a shooting last week, now identified tonight as 24-year-old Hassani Vida.